sweetie pie. I love you, baby. You're a good, good girl. Yes, you is. Yes, you are. We're mama baby. You mama babies? Yeah, here's mama's baby. Here's the baby. Here's the baby. Here's the baby, sweetie pie. Here's the baby, sweetie. You is. Yes, you are. You're the baby. You are the baby. All done, huh? Okay. I love you. What you doing over there? What you doing over there? Huh? Say hello. Hello to the people. She doesn't like looking at the camera. Do ya? Nope. I love you, sweets. Hello, beautiful souls. It's Pam, Bohemian Sagittarius. So I figured I would go ahead and reintroduce myself. Of course, there is an introduction video in my playlist when I went camping the one time. I am 51, I'll be 52 this year, and I got married young and had 3 kids. My first husband was not a very good father to his children. But to step back a little bit, my childhood was not all that great. Yes, we had good times, but I have childhood traumas. I'm just gonna generally say this. Men wanted to show their love when I'm too young to have my love. That's not good. Anyway, young girl, older men, and that kind of thing. So we'll keep it right there. My mother, I have a very good relationship with her. She had traumas of her own. She was a drug addict. So she wasn't a very good mother. And so then my grandparents, her parents, my mother's parents, took us in, me and my brother. I have one brother. I'm the oldest. He's 5 years younger than me. And he had a bad childhood because, of course, he butted heads with my grandfather, and
grandfather was like, I can't handle him. He's got to go with his mother. So he went back with mom, and very traumatic experience. And then he decided he was going to go into the Marines, so he did that, and he got his life, and he's had a pretty good life. Me, I was kind of dumb, young and dumb in love, whatever you want to call it, young and in love. When I met my ex-husband, the father of my children, he was 14 years older than me, and I did not realize this until I found out a little bit later how old he was. And, I'm so in love, and I know what's best for me and all this stuff or whatever. And so I tried to, work on the relationship and, try to make it a perfect family life. Before we got married, I got pregnant with my first child. My oldest child is a boy, Philip. And a year later, I got pregnant with my second child. The middle child is a girl, Kelly. And then she was 2.5 years old when Josie, my third youngest baby, she's a girl. And so tried to make the marriage work as long as I could. I wanted it to be forever, but the universe had other plans. Like I said, I was young and in love. So I think my son said that he was around 8 or 9 years old, which is about right, I believe, because single mom, trying not to have too many jobs to take care of them. He had to kind of step up and be the babysitter and take care of his daughter, my daughters, his sisters. Sorry. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but it's raining. It's been raining all day. No let up. But anyway. So, yeah, Philip was around 8 or 9 when we separated and got divorced and stuff. And I had a few boyfriends in between my first husband and my second husband. And when Philip was around 15, 16 years old, he had gotten juvenile diabetes. His type 1 diabetes was on the hyper spectrum instead of the hypo. So in the beginning, when we were, because I had Virginia Medicaid, and the only oncologist that was close near us was in Salisbury, Maryland, which is about a 45-minute drive from Chincoteague, Virginia. And at first, because, medicine can be paid for, through the state program and stuff like that, he did really well. He took care of himself, and his numbers were almost perfect and all that kind of stuff. And then when he turned 18 and could not afford insurance on his own, and of course Medicaid, when they're 18, it stops. We struggled. Severely, trying to make sure that he gets his medicine and supplies and stuff like that. So he would ration. He learned how to ration, and so his numbers always stayed high. He could sit there and eat nothing all day and still have high numbers over your regular, what is it, I think in between 90 and 1 something. His was always 200 or more kind of thing. And so he learned to live with, having high blood sugar all the time. So the years go by, and I meet my late husband, my second husband, and he was great. He was 9 years older than me, and he was a musician, drummer, even though he basically was retired by the time I met him, but his knowledge of, music was amazing. You could ask him anything, he'd have the answer. And if he didn't know the answer, he'd research it, make sure he learned himself. He was very smart, extremely smart. And like I stated in my one little short, in 2022, not all of a sudden my mom had COPD, but I didn't expect it, put it that way. When the officer and chaplain came and told me she had passed away. Well, the only thing that wasn't smooth about taking care of her final wishes and stuff like that, or whatever, was the insurance companies not wanting to, give you your money. And I told everybody, I was like, I don't want to go through this again, so nobody's leaving me anytime soon. Like, this is BS. And a month later, my husband got sick with pneumonia and took him to the hospital. And when they cleared up the pneumonia and did all the tests and everything, he found out he had lung cancer. I met him in 2011 when I would visit him, because he lived south of Chincoteague, Virginia. Like, it was an hour-and-a-half drive. He was from Chincoteague, but he wasn't living there at the time. He had moved away. Anyway, he kept asking, when are you going to come and live with me? It's like, well, let me finish out the season, and I'll move up there. So I moved to the Virginia Beach area in 2012 of October, and we got married. 2013, I think he got sick, and he's like, when are you gonna marry me? And in, let's see, I forgot what year it was. No, it must have been, we got married 2014, but a year before that, so yeah, 2013, we got engaged. He took me to my first Rush concert. He loved Rush. Rush was his favorite band. Neil Peart was his, drummer, god, idol, whatever. And, I gave him a necklace, and I was like, yes, I will marry you, And, so we did. The next year, I made it May the 5th. That was the day that we went to the Rush concert, 2014. And, so we were married almost 10 years. because he passed away 2023 in April. It's almost a year. April the 11th. I just remembered that tomorrow is my son's birthday, March the 5th. I know when I post this, it's not going to be March the 5th. But anyway. So me and my daughters, last year we celebrated his birthday by watching movies that he loved. I think we had cheesesteaks too. We're going to have cheesesteaks tomorrow night and watch something. I'm not sure what. Probably movies, or probably a show that he used to watch, or whatever. Kelly said that she has movies and stuff like that that he had. So that's what we're gonna do tomorrow. Just something a little in honor of him, and that kind of thing, or whatever. I'm getting better at not getting so emotional about it. I don't know what will happen tomorrow. I can't promise. But today I'm okay. Today, it's not that bad. But, so this past couple of years has put a toll on me, and I don't know. That's why I've not been posting. Hopefully, especially being inspired by different YouTubers, different people on TikTok, having friends that encourage my lifestyle now. Most importantly, my daughters are okay with it. They want me to be safe, but they're okay with it because they want mom happy. And I have always wanted to go and just explore and see new things. And an example is, when I was younger, I was fascinated by the Air Force and your jets, the F-14s and whatever. And when the ex-husband, I was still young enough, and I'm like, hey, this was way before we thought we were going to have Josie. Wasn't even planning to have Josie. Because we had Kelly, we had Philip, and Kelly. We had, I was happy. And I was like, so that we not struggling or anything like that, why don't I go ahead and join, and maybe go into the Air Force or something like that. I would love to do that. Or whatever. He didn't want to be a stay-at-home dad, I guess. So I've always had that wanderlust, that wanting to go and just see the world, kind of thing. And he didn't. And then, of course, life happens. I had 3 little kids, so it's not like I'm going to do it after I get divorced from him. And however many years, I don't even remember the date that I got divorced, but I'm going to say at least in between 5 in between 5 and 10 years before I met my second husband. When it comes to that kind of thing, the brain doesn't calculate and all that kind of crap. But anyway, like I said, I had a few boyfriends in between there, and like I said in my one video, I think it was my other introduction video, that if anything ever happens to my husband, that's what I want to do. And he did. He worried about me leaving me, you know. And I kept telling him, I was like, I'm going to be fine. Don't worry about me too much, you know. Like, I've been wanting to do this. I didn't even know that it was a thing, you know, kind of thing. Until, you know, his daughter decided she was going to do van life. And she kind of introduced me to certain ones on here, like Bob Wells and Chrome, you know, Van City Van Life, Cheap RV Living, where, you know, they're, well, excuse me, that's not good. Sorry about that. The stand that I have is a whatchamacallit, so I don't know what the heck happened there. Nope. Be right back. Okay, sorry about that. It's not going to be very stable now. A while back I bought a the stand is where it balances or whatever type of thing. So it needs to be charged, is what happened. I'm gonna keep it in there, dude. Y'all went, oh Lord. But anyway, gosh, I forgot basically what I was saying. But anyway, dang, I forgot what I was saying. Well, me getting into, you know, van life. Well, so yeah, I've always wanted to, you know, a wanderer, you know, like travel, and I just, you know, I and of course, you know, they said that's, you know, one of the characteristics, personalities of a Sagittarius is that's what they, you know, they long for, and they, you know, whatever, and all that kind of stuff. So when he was getting really bad, I'm talking about CW, my late husband, my second husband, when he was getting to where, you know, because he went home with hospice, he did the immunotherapy, but he just was not strong enough. He was too weak. I tried to get him to take care of himself, and he wouldn't. He just wanted to live out his life, you know, happy. And I didn't want to upset him, so, you know, there's that. Didn't want him going anywhere, you know, and all that kind of stuff. But because even if we were to, you know, I wouldn't be doing it full time. I would be, you know, going on my trips. He would be fine with that. Maybe, hopefully, get him out of the house and he would go with me. He was very introverted, even though he was a drummer and stuff like that or whatever. But He's the type that was just a homebody. And when he retired, he's like, I already did all of my traveling. I don't want to do it anymore. So I was like, well, I have never traveled. Ever. Like, when we were family, it was the furthest we traveled was to go visit family in New Jersey. That's it. No vacations, no take the kids here and take the kids there and whatever. I didn't have that. And I wanted to do it with my kids, but when you're single mom working one job most of the time, I tried to have, when they were teenagers, I tried to have 2 jobs, and it just didn't work out. I stayed with my full-time job, and that was it. And he didn't pay child support, so I did not have the money to take them places until I forgot exactly how old they were. I think Philip had already been diagnosed with the type 1 diabetes. So, but I did take them to Washington, D.C. I was able to do that. But, yeah, so I let my husband know, that I would be fine. I can, that's why I went on the camping trip I had a 2013 Honda Pilot that I went camping. If you watch any of my videos, you'll see the videos of how I set it up and typed that kind of thing, and the campground that we stayed at, me and Snoopy, my babies. Sweetie Pie, that was one of her kittens, Snoopy was. And she passed away around about 8 months-ish after we went on that vacation, that little camping trip. I think because that campground didn't, I don't know if they do or not, but there was a bunch of baby ticks all over everywhere. So she might have gotten some kind of disease or something, I don't know. And we couldn't afford to take her to the vet. So she naturally passed, and I got her with me. She's here. She's under the bed because I cremated her. And that's what I wanted to show you. Hold on. So I told you about me helping my friend get a battery, and her picture, doing the picture of Snoopers. That's my baby. That's the Snoopy Doops. And she did literally have, I'll post a montage of this and Sweetie Pies and the pictures of them. This is of a picture that I took of Snoopy. But anyway, so yeah, I was, even if he was here with me still, we would still be married. I would be going on my trips. I would be part-time, van life nomad. But, because that's the one thing I really enjoyed when I was younger was when my uncle, I have one uncle on my mother's side. It was my mom and my uncle, Jay. And that's what he did with his kids. He took him and his wife, they went camping. They went and did this. They went and did that. And, sometimes they would be like, hey, we can take the kids, take all the kids. So me and John would go. John is my brother. I don't know if I had said that before. Sorry. And I loved it, like it was just such fun, and stuff like that. So now I get to do it all the time. So that's pretty cool. I haven't been camping since last year. Yeah, early summer, I believe. No, not early summer. When I first got the van, which was in June, I do believe. Yeah, June. First, I got a motel after moving out of the apartment. Only because I was waiting for the insurance money to come in so that I could get this van. And whatever else I got with it. I'll go into that another time. But anyway. And then locally, I went to a campground for like a week. So yeah, I mean, that's the plan right now. Of course, all my different videos of me going to Niagara Falls, which I've wanted to do all my life, and then up to Salem. When I went to Niagara Falls, of course, you don't know. There's some things that you don't know that you're gonna break down, and because I went ahead and was like, yeah, it had fairly new tires on her, so I didn't have to worry about that. But I was like, I want the whole inspection of the van, like from tail to nose. I want you to check everything. So he did. He's like, well, you can do brakes. And I was like, well, go ahead and do an oil change, because I don't know when that was done last. I was like, how about the transmission? Can you, whatever. So he did the transmission flush, wheel alignment, all that kind of stuff. I went ahead and did first. I went ahead and put an alarm system in her. And she was just a base model. So I have the hand crank and the windows and the radio. I was like, put me a stereo in there. Well, as you can see back here, this is it's supposed to be some kind of film. I thought it was supposed to like stick, but it didn't. So stickers are holding it up. But anyway, I blacked out the windows there. So for me to see how to back up, the rear view mirror is also, camera. So I can see when I'm driving all the time when I, see what's behind me. Or when I need to back up or whatever kind of thing. So I spent a lot of money. I spent $18 to get her basically road ready and $18 to get her safe. Make me feel safe. And I spent $12,000 on her, and she had 67,000 miles on her. She's a 2004 Chevrolet Express 2500 4.8 liter V8 is what she is. I'm still trying to figure out a name. I am not sure yet. I call her Old Betsy. OL_BETZ. But I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that name. I'm trying to find something else to name her. Hopefully it'll come to me one day. But yeah, I really think that you will enjoy most of my excursions. I know you will enjoy that. Live through me, sure, I understand that concept. And I'm going to try my best to put out more videos than just one, one every however long and that kind of thing or whatever. I'm not, I don't know how to say it. I'm not that charismatic. I don't know. I don't know how to describe myself. I was a shy, meek child. Like, I came out of my shell probably in my 30s. Because when I was in school before graduating, it was a lady there that worked there. Oh, come to church with me. Okay. And then you're saved, and then you're a Christian, and I'm super Christian until me and my ex-husband broke up. And then I still tried to be super Christian when I was single mom, but you got to work because he's not sending you any money. So I had to work. And then I had some of the Christian people, in the church say, there's a law. You don't, they can't force you to work. I'm like, yeah, well, I don't want to lose my job either. So I kind of, got away from the church. And so this journey of mine is to also grow myself spiritually. And like in my last video, I don't practice yet. And right now, being in the van, I don't really have a place for like an altar and stuff like that or whatever. But my beliefs are eclectic witch. And I do believe, and I have had readings where it is because of, in my grandmother's younger years and probably her mother, it was taboo. And of course, years and years, however many generations, burn them at the stake and all this kind of stuff. I mean, my daughters probably will never have kids, so the bloodline is ending. But I am wanting and yearning for me to grow spiritually in what my ancestors would want me to do. I don't know about my father's side, but I do know, and I've already been read, that on my grandmother's side, we are, it's in our blood, type of thing. So I'm mostly Irish, so is Celtic, which, so. And there's just some things that my grandmother did when I was younger that I kind of wondered about. Like, what is she doing that for? Why is she doing that? That kind of thing. Like, But anyway, get into that later. because I'll, well, it's packed away, but when I finally am able to unpack it or something like that, I can show it off to you or something like that. But, well, I have been on here for a while, and I appreciate you being here and watching this whole video. Like if you see fit. Subscribe, hit the notification so that you know when I'm going, when a video is posted or whatever. And welcome to the few followers that I have gotten in the past few months. I appreciate that you are here and would like to follow my journey. Hopefully I can help you. If you have questions about my van life, don't hesitate. Go ahead and ask. You can ask me personal questions if you want. Like I said before, I'm an open book. I don't have anything to hide. I am here for anything that you need. I am pansexual. I do believe that I could fall in love with anybody. It doesn't matter who you are, what you believe, or whatever. My son was bisexual. My girls, they're heterosexual, but they're allies. They, you do you, boo, kind of thing. So I support the alphabet community wholeheartedly. So if you need a mom or a sister, I'm here to answer any of those questions, or just be an ear or whatever kind of thing. Learning from me, I'm not sure what I could teach you. When it comes to the eclectic witch, I'm still a baby. So you could probably teach me something. But yeah. But yeah, thank you for being here, and peace and love, and of course light and happiness, and love you. Bye.